always keen to make sure she never neglects her family and occasionally throws a few psychic predictions their way.
When I was pregnant with Arthur, she knew before I knew.
And I told her.
And she said to me, "You're pregnant." And I said, "No, I'm not." She went, "Well, you are." I said, "I'm not." And then like about a week later, I am.
Predictions about unborn children is something Sally gets asked for a lot.
But what about Danielle? Because Danielle, one of my really good friends, was pregnant at the same time as me, the first time. And she used to say, "Oh," to you all the time, didn't she? "What's my baby going to be like? Am I going to have a boy or a girl? What's she going to look like, Sally? Tell me, Sally." And you said, "Right, okay, Danielle, you're going to have a little girl. She's going to be a tiny, weeny little thing. She's going to be really petite, really lovely, tiny. But I don't want to worry you, Danielle, but she's going to have a birthmark on her face." And Danielle's face was like, "Oh!" And you said, "But don't worry, by the time she's 5, that birthmark, you won't even know she's got that birthmark." And when Danielle had her, Danielle phoned me, like after she'd had Ellie, screaming, "Oh my God! She's got a birthmark like your mum said, and she's tiny." And she's the diddiest little thing. She's 8 and she's about this big. Tiny little thing. That was really funny.
But despite being such a close family, it seems Sally's psychic abilities haven't rubbed off on her daughters.
No, why can't I be psychic? I'd love to be able to do it.
No, I wouldn't.
See, that's what's annoying, because you can want and want and want it, but if you haven't got it, you haven't got it. You're born with it. And she's obviously born with it. And why wasn't I born with it?
However, Sally feels everyone has a certain degree of psychic power, even if they don't know it.
A psychic ability is a natural form of intuitiveness. It can be when we think of someone and then the phone rings and it's that person. Now, I do believe that our brain, there's an area in our brain that the easiest way to explain it, opens and closes, and so I call it the psychic valve. And I truly believe that there are some people where the valve is open all the time, so they are using a part of the brain that the average person wouldn't use.
Still to come. Sally's stage show draws to a close and her audience give their verdict.
I think 90% of everything she says is correct.
And Sally reveals what she sees in the future for herself. Ever since she was a child, Sally Morgan has been able to communicate with spirits. Her amazing abilities have brought Sally a host of celebrity clients. Now she hopes her psychic stage show will persuade people to be even more open-minded about the existence of the spirit world. Sally often appears in front of large audiences, and she feels her shows aren't just entertainment.
One of the biggest things about my work that I think satisfies me the most is the fact that it can comfort people.
I have a lady on stage that wants a Dave, Shirley or Sheila. Here. Hello.
Hi.
I feel as I say her name, very nauseous. It's almost as if there were problems here, maybe even with her tummy, or like her liver, or all around here, you know.
Stomach cancer.
And she says, "I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven." Are you David?
I am.
You are.
Yes.
It's definitely for you.
She said she would get back to me.
Do you live at number 18?
Oh, next door, 16. But she actually lived at 18.
Oh, I don't believe it. She's at a door with a number 18 on it.
That's right, yeah.
As well as helping people cope with the loss of loved ones, Sally hopes that her work will encourage people to be less dismissive when it comes to the paranormal.
Skeptics and cynics, I should be saying they're the bane of my life, but actually they're not, because, you know, I try so hard to look at my work objectively. This line of work needs questioning. Unless we question something, we will never get answers. And there's no doubt that this line of work, this ability, is bigger than an individual can make it.
Sally hopes performing on stage will help convince the cynics she's genuine.
So many people after the TV show, you know, there were lots of sketches. Oh, was it set? And you, as many times as you say, it wasn't set up. Everything like you saw on there was as it happened. Well, they can come and see it for themselves.
She ends her shows by asking the audience to look out for psychic signs, however they may appear.
Death is not the end, it's the beginning of our journey. This is nothing compared to what's going to happen in eternity. It's wonderful. Listen, I hope tonight I've given you all a glimpse of something. And, you know, you've entered the mad world of Sally Morgan tonight.
Fern waits in the wings for Sally as she finally leaves the stage.
All right. Was it okay?
Big Q. You're the big Q. Quick change.
But she's not finished yet. Manager Kevin leads Sally to her dressing room for a quick change.
Right, Mum, I'm going up there. Okay. I'll see you up there, all right?
Then it's off to a book signing for the fans.
Got a message. Yeah, you're welcome, darling.
Tonight's audience is made up of psychic virgins and veterans alike, and they feel they've seen something special.
Sally, you rock, baby. I think you're a real deal.
Well, I've had a few readings with her over the years, and she, you know, she's been absolutely fantastic, and I think 90% of everything she says is correct, and the other 10% is because
It's yet to happen.
it's yet to happen, yeah.
The audience sometimes jump on something, and I nearly did it myself with one of the names she said. And I think sometimes people jump on a name and then it becomes apparent it's nothing to do with them. And if you're cynical, you sit in the audience and think, oh, she's got it wrong. But I actually think it's the audience that get it wrong a lot.
So can Sally see what the future holds in store for her?
Do I see my own future? I think that if I wanted to, I could definitely look at certain aspects, but you know, you have to look at the good and the bad. Do I want to see all of that? I think I have enough responsibility looking at other people's futures without looking at my own.
But there is one thing Sally Morgan can see in store for herself.
Over the next 3 years, I'd really like to be able to see myself opening up a centre where people can come for really a place of psychic excellence. And that really is my ultimate aim, is for that to be, so that people can go, that you know, you can have a bereavement centre and you can look at the afterlife and you can look at spirit world and you know that you're not being messed around. There are a lot of charlatans out there.
The future, it seems, is looking bright for Sally Morgan.
Psychic Thursday continues in an hour tonight with a couple of teenagers with the power to solve real-life murder mysteries. Psychic Kids follows Denise Robertson in My Life, which is next.